Hello everybody and welcome back to Excel Basics 101 Part 3. This one is officially Part 3. We're primarily going to focus on the page layout ribbon. As you can see, I have it tabbed already. And we may look at another feature that I love called freeze panes. So I'm going to see if I can do this as quick as I can so you guys can reprint or replay if you need to. So first and foremost, you can click on these individual items. There you go, and you can go in and then you can customize. You can go into page layout. So we can do all of these things in this way, okay? But we can also, let me cancel that, go right in here to the dialog box. Most of the time you're going to change this to landscape. And if you want to make everything print on one page, it will scale your items to fit. So I always do this. I click on this in one page by one page. I go into margins, and typically I prefer to reduce mine. So I will click the down arrow one time. So your left and right will be 0.45 and your bottom and top will be 0.5. Depending upon what I'm doing, I like mine centered horizontally and vertically. You can see by the visual there, it can affect how it appeals when you're looking at your documents. Your custom footer is pretty nifty here. So you have 3 sections with your custom footer. And I do recommend using the custom footer. I find that these down arrow options here don't really give me what I want usually. So I almost always use custom footer. So you can type in your name, your date. You can click here and put the file path. Where did you save this? The file name, so you remember what that was that you saved, so it's always in your footer. There's lots of options, obviously your date. There's some fun you can have with this. I'm guessing many of you may not have known about these options here. The sheet name, the little tab across the bottom, you can have it show up right there. So it's going to show up as tab. There's the file path, and I could type my name. And we say okay. So then we go to the sheet, and usually I leave my grid lines on. You don't need your row and column headings unless you're verifying formulas. Your row and column headings means the A, B, C, D, and the 1, 2, 3. So we say, let's go ahead and say print preview, and this is what we get. Well, what if I want to make it even more specific? To make it more specific, I highlight what I want printed. Okay. Now, if I want to make sure that the chart gets included, then I need to include the chart. And then I can go over here to print preview. It's going to show up there. And then when I go into print, let me pull up this here. I'm going to go into print. I want to say print what selection and print range pages 1 to 1. I always do page 1 to 1 because many students might have accidentally bumped the keyboard on row 100 and then it will print all the way to row 100. Print selection, since I'm scaling it, it'll make sure that it prints as big as it can be. So then I can go into preview again, and you can see our information here. Okay, let me close that. Now, one last thing to show you is freeze panes. It's a feature that I love, and it is actually on the review tab, or no, view tab, and it's right here. So you want to take your mouse and you want to put it where you want it. So I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to click freeze pane, and I'm going to do this top option here. So now when I scroll, I still see my headings across the top, and I still see the points possible for each student. Those are some of my absolute favorite features, and we will move into some basic formulas next. I hope you'll join us for session 4.